And we're live for another helping of messages from God, I suppose. I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. You better turn that down. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. Again, I am your messenger of God, first child of God, Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you would have seen when I posted my community page. I opened up my YouTube. There's a bunch of messages talking about people that's out to get you. They came up with a great plan to get you. I was like, oh yeah, you plotting and scheming? I just made a whole video this morning about, your fucking ideas and how you're out here to just kill and destroy everything good, which would be me. Why? Because I make you look like a fucking fool. You do that on your own. I just bring light to the bullshit. So now whoever has an attitude, bring it on. Who are you going to fight? God? God's telling your secrets and you're trying to live by the lie. Who's going to win? Your lie or the truth? Don't think so. And in that essence, it's like it's like you think. That's what you thought. Hold on a second. I gotta do something with my phone. That's not the button I was trying to push. There we go. That's what you fucking thought. Everybody thinks that they're so smart. They're so witty. They got an idea. They got a plan of how to stop me. I'm not stopping shit, bro. You're stopping yourself. You're wasting your time and your energy. But I thought it was interesting. Anyways, let's just get past your pathetic attempts to, ruin someone's life to make yourself feel better. It's not going to work. Do you even listen? Do you, when you're a psycho, like you clearly are, do you ever, sit back and be like, damn, I'm a whole ass fucking psycho. God, I'm going psycho. Oh, speaking of fucking psychotics, what's up? It's probably you. I think it's not. In the essence of who I don't think it is, I don't think it's Russ. Why? Because he's lost. He's lost everything fucking with me. He's not going to do this again. Unless he wants to. He really thinks he's going to win this time. We're talking about the same loser that thinks he's going to win a fucking Grammy. So, perhaps. The definition of insanity is to keep trying the same shit, expecting different results, not knowing that it's not in the stars for you. Dancing with the stars. Going back to it, it's like, dude, go ahead. Give it your best shot. Put all your thought and resources and energy into trying to stop me from creating a better world, because there's no place in it for you. It must suck to be you. It must suck to realize every day that you don't have a purpose, that you have no existence, that you have to steal and lie and cheat to make yourself feel better every day. Like you get on the internet with that intention. It sucks to be you. Anyways, I don't know. What do you want me to say? I dare you. I double dog dare you. I double dog dare you, and whoever you are, this one I'll send right back to you just for fun, just to show you what magic really does. I said I don't usually. It's a free will choice. I can choose to alchemize it. I can choose to send it back to you and see what it does to you, what your false intentions on other people do to you. Alistair. Might need your help here, buddy. Anyways, whatever. Fuck your life. That's how I look at it. Your life would have to matter to somebody for me to give a shit. I just think it's funny that you think you think. Keep thinking, big brain. Keep thinking. Put all your brains together of how you're going to stop God. I love that. Or goddess, for that matter. The goddess of darkness. All the dark ideas you can come up with, you're not going to be able to create something darker than darkness. I am the darkness. And all the things you fear. So, go ahead. Bring it. I kind of miss the dark in the essence, sitting in the light all the time. So, I am shuffling my cards right here to see what the fuck is up. What the fuck's up? Let's ask the universe, as with Steve's Love Tarot. Why the fuck are we here? That's where you guys wake up every day. Why the fuck am I here? What do you want from me, God? I'm going to tell you what God wants. Before I even do this, right? I'm going to show you what God wants from us. Rest. He wants us to build our strength for what's to come. How do I know? Because he fuck told me. Oh, you might be worried. Are you worried? I'm not. I went and spoke with my social worker, asked her, dumped all my worries on her. She ain't got no answers. Nobody got no answers around here. You know who the answer is? God. In a place of worried. Are you worried that people are going to find out the truth of what you are? Are you worried that you're not going to be able to pay your bills? Are you worried that you're going to, you know... I just got a fucked up ass download. That's a fucked up ass download. Bobby, are you ever afraid that I will see your wife and tell her the truth? Are you ever afraid of the truth coming out? I'm not. I can show her and tell her straight to her face. I loved him before he ever met you. I woke up mentally ill and was still in love with him. I tried everything to make this go away. He's not making it easy for me. Are you afraid of the truth? Does she already know the truth? Will she still accept you if she saw our messages? If she saw how far you were going to do this? Are you afraid? I'm not. I'm not. In the essence, I'll be embarrassed to see her. I feel sorry for her. Have to see your, you know, your little offspring there. That was a fucked up ass download. Are you afraid? Shall I keep your secret? Is your secret safe with me? It's your secret, not mine. I tell this secret all the time. It's not a secret over here. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. You figure if you keep her locked up off the internet and keep her away from reality, she'll never know what you're doing? Am I the only one you're doing this with? I don't believe so. So the question is she fully aware of the knowing and you guys are just some sick, open relationship? Just for financial stability? I don't know. God just showed me something gross. I went to the 9 of Pentacles instead of the 9 of Swords. 8 of Cups, Wands, Swords. It all starts in your mind anyways. Well, the 9 of Swords is a card of anxiety and inner anguish, sometimes called the Dark Night of the Soul. And I have arrived! I am your guide. Along with Kobe Bryant, we are here to take you through the dark night of your soul, where you will discover the darkness of what you are, all the things you've hidden from yourself and from others, and will have to face the shame, the blame, the regret, and embarrassment of what you have done and has been done to you. Then, and only then, when you face such things and you are ready to speak it, life upon it, you shall be set free. If not, you will stay in the darkness of the pits of your mind and your repressed memories and emotions. I teach you how to alchemize them. Either way, everybody's going in there. We're going in. Everybody's going into the dark night of the soul. You may be plagued by nightmares and evil premonitions. I mean, you know, your imagination creates whatever it creates. I don't know. I'm not afraid of those things. I've seen things that aren't even here. Things you can't even imagine. This card stems from being diagnosed with a serious illness. Yeah, you're seriously mentally ill. Experiencing the death of a loved one. Well, oh well, say goodbye. You're going to have to learn to live without them. Financial difficulties, job loss, or other stress related or real or imaginary. Well, you know, my car stressed me out only that much. Only that much. What'd I do? Pop the top and put some shit in it and said, fuck it. Meaning, I will learn to live without the car if that's what I must do. Life goes on. The question is, why have you done this, God? Why have you taken away my chariot? In essence, chariot means the ability to escape. He's locked me down. Why? Same as you. Deal with the repressed feelings and emotions. Life won't get no better until you make it better inside. Your outside is a projection. So, if I can't go anywhere outside, that means there's something blocking me inside. You'll learn this, or you may not. Your mental state is magnifying things out of proportion, running various pessimistic scenarios in your head. Yeah, you are negative. Negative. You can run away from the exterior threat, but you can't run away from yourself. Told you, you can run away from the outside, but it's all inside that's plaguing you. Don't let fear immobilize you. It's kind of funny. Somebody told me a story yesterday. She said, my intuition says that, or she's like, I feel like my dad's going to show up. I keep having this vision of my dad showing up. She told it, and she came back, and he was here. She told him to send him away. The fear immobilized her. She didn't even find out what he was here for. It's like, I don't think he was coming to make your life worse. You might want to face that fear. Do your fears relate to something that might happen? Bobby, are you going to get caught? I don't think it's a caught thing. I think you guys fully know. I hope that she's got something better than what you're doing. Or something that has, ooh, what if your kid is with other men all the time? Ouch, bro. Ouch. Like he's watching mom take boys to the house. As long as her phone doesn't leave the house, you don't know what's going on. That's exactly what she told me. Come to me, and she don't know. You want me to come to your work hotel so you can come? Are you crazy? That's what the messages show, that I told you this was a bad idea. Every message shows that you're being disrespectful to your wife, and I'm trying to be respectful. Every single message. Are you afraid? Are you afraid? What if God put her in front of me? Am I supposed to be quiet? Am I supposed to be like, oh gosh, hamburger helper? Can't piss in your own backyard without people smelling it. Your blankets smell like R. Kelly sheets. Sorry, that was a good download. No wonder you'd be afraid. Why? Because she's going to strip you like I told you she would. She's going to take your fucking paycheck, what's left of it, your little bit of manhood from you. You're going to be living with your mom, fucking divorced and with 2 kids that you pay child support for. That is your destiny. Ha ha ha. And you're holding on real deep so it doesn't become that. You were so afraid she'd wipe you out. It was never me she was going to wipe you out for. You deserve to be wiped out. It's a wipe out. That's a good song. Do your fears relate to something that might happen or something that already has happened? Ooh, check his phone. Check his phone, bitch. Check his phone. Or come check mine. I happen to worry, let's see. That has already happened, that worry will not change. Stop seeing problems that don't actually exist and make a plan for action to deal with the ones that do. You might not be as bad as it might not be as bad as you think. This mental self-torture is certainly worse than any real physical pain or loss. If thoughts are intentions set out into the universe, you may be attracting the very thing you fear. I told you. That's how your brain works. You have a reptilian brain that creates your reality based on fear. When such thoughts surface, tell yourself to stop and send out positive intentions instead. That takes a lot of programming, a lot of effort on your part. It is those experiences that are most difficult and testing that are the ones to make you grow most. Loss of possessions may result in freedom from burdens. The things are only things after all. Illness and even debilitating or terminal illness can lead to self-discovery. Meaning you better enjoy the rest of your life because you thought you were going to live forever. New perspectives, closeness with the divine, and acceptance. It all depends on your approach and mental attitude. It is a choice. Or you can be a victim of, cancer. I don't know why I got this. Yeah, you're going to play victim to it. Everybody has cancer, don't they? You're not going to, fight the good fight. You're just going to play like, you're not going to be like the kids that have to fight it. You're going to sit there and cry about it. You didn't get to enjoy your life where they're trying to fight to have a life. You're pathetic. Reverse meaning, you are overwhelmed by your fears or inner demons. You have lost a sense of proportion, but the reality of your situation is not as bad as you think. Most of your problems are self-inflicted. You have an opportunity to begin to climb out of the pit of despair, and help is there for you, if you ask. And with the shit that happened with my car, I was like, I don't even know what to do anymore. She's like, well, just work on transportation for the kids for the week, and we'll come back. Meaning, you know what I mean? This burden took off other burdens. God uses my car to bless me. He uses the burdens of my car to bless me. Are you serious? I swear to God. He's done it since the beginning. It's the only thing I have. He uses it to bless me, not curse. He uses it to bless me. You have to go back to the beginning of the story. Remember the tires, guys? He kept popping my tires so that people would give me hundreds. That's what happened. It didn't come like that, but it did. He kept doing things to make me ask for help, and I would get more help than I ever needed. He'd force me to ask for help, and the help would come in bigger forms than I ever thought. You need a fresh perspective, and this may be involving talking to or listening to an honest friend, therapist, or doctor. Yeah, you guys should really be in therapy. You need to talk with someone about your thoughts. You need to talk to someone about your thoughts. The swords are your thoughts, and they're out of control. This is what starts a dark night of the soul. A trigger. Something outside of you. A tower moment. I told you, I was like, you fucking towered me. In the essence, you know, my reality came crumbling down. Whatever I thought before this happened is now, my way of life has just changed. Whatever I thought I was about to do, I ain't about to do no more. And that's just it. He stops you in your tracks. Literally. And that's why I was like, why are you stopping me, God? Why do you want me to just sit here? And I get it. He's literally draining me of energy. He's putting it in and draining it. I get it. I've been watching it. Last time he did this, I was trying to figure out what he was doing, and he was preparing me for the night shift at Walmart down in Oklahoma. Making me tired a lot. I was sleeping a lot more during the day, and then all of a sudden I had this night shift, so it made sense. It was like my schedule was changing for it. And that's what I mean, is like, he's giving me, you know what I mean, like everything's changing, and that's what it was. My schedule, my availability for job availability had recently just changed because of the school drop-off situation. It's like, I can't work during the days with this situation, because my daughter's school is on the other side of the highway, so she has to either get dropped, she's within 2 miles, so there's no public transportation. So either she takes, you know, 2 buses to get to her school, or I drop her ass off, right? Unfortunately, sitting in all that traffic this morning made my car, you know, get a little hot, and I realized all of this. Plus, they had the whole school there now, so there was a lot more traffic. But the whole thing I was looking at is like, I can't work in the morning if I'm doing school drop-offs. All of a sudden, I can't do school drop-offs. So it's like everything changed, and it's just ever changing. It's like I have to withdraw my availability to the jobs that I said because I'm not available during those hours now. And what that means is, I mean, ultimately, my kids need me. My kids need me, so I have to rearrange the schedule for that. It's not so terrible right now, but it kind of is. It's hot as fuck, you know. So she's taking the bus home because, you know, she can ride the bus, and she learned it yesterday. It was a little scary. She learned it, though. So now we know that she can, you know, she can ride it to school. So everything's just kind of changing. You know, you think that it's going to be this way, and that's where it said, they warned us for a week. Be flexible. Things are going to change, and they're going to change again. Just be very flexible. Don't stress. Yesterday we talked about the 9 of Cups as we're in the 9 of Swords. And we talked about abundance, how you're fulfilled. And I told you my fulfillment is not stressing. My body reacts like yours, guys. I get an emotional rush from things. Not always a freak out. That's inside the mind. But the body still reacts. After you control the mind, it's still, the body has a reaction. So like, if it's hot outside, even if it doesn't piss you off in your mind, your body still gets hot and sweaty. The body reacts to the external forces, right? So that's where the emotions come in. It's like, my body's a little bothered by this. It's very bothered, but I'm not going to let this bother my mind. I'm going to use my mind to think differently, which is, don't think about, you know, that. Ask God, what is he trying to teach you in this solitude? Because ultimately, he took away my ability to leave. So he wants me back in solitude. It's his favorite place, is to have me locked down. Why? Because I listen. If I'm not busy doing, I'm busy receiving. And as I'm receiving all his messages, I'm doing everything I can to put them out. And that's what I'm here to really do. I'm the only one that can sit in the quiet and receive all his messages and turn them into teachings for the collective. Nobody's watching these. I don't think you should be. I don't know if you are. Watching every single video every single day. It's a compilation of life work that people will study later. According to him, you don't even have the conscience to understand it for the next 3 years. To be honest. But by that time, I would have had already 6 years of teachings to start you with. And there will be people that are keeping up with me that, you know what I mean, will be evolving into the next level of teachers, you know, building an army and shit like that. But the whole goal is not to stress. The whole goal in life is to not worry. These are all from the mind, where you are losing control with this idea that you were even in control. There's no, at this point, I'll have someone else look at it, but at this point, there's no logical reason as to why my car is doing what it did. There's no reason why it shouldn't have done it the other day when I drove straight across town in the middle of fucking 95-degree heat. It didn't do it then, but then I drive 2 miles and it did it. There's no logic behind this. That means there's something else going on. Sometimes you have to realize that, but instead you want to blame people. And at first I did. I blamed Morgan. I'm like, why can't you get this straight? But then it's like, she didn't actually have an answer. She was showing me how to check everything just like her. So it's like, is it really her? It could be all kinds of things. And that's it. It's like, I could have fixed it and then broke something else, because it's just a car. But the whole point is like, you think that you're going in this direction, but all of a sudden God says, no, I need you to hold still for a minute. What are you doing, God? And that's what you ask him. What does he want me to do? If you don't want me to get out in the streets and do this, what do you want from me? I just want you to sit still. That is some hard shit right there, bro. When you're really ready to do some shit and you've spent your whole life being still. But that's the mastering of it. You know what I mean? Me being a yogi, or a guru, that's what I'm supposed to do for at least 8 hours, 10 hours, 14 hours a day, is just sit here in meditation with the spirit, getting information, dealing with my thoughts and my feelings. That's what it takes, that kind of dedication. So, you know what I mean? It's like, it's God's plan. But again, when it happens, my body felt some way about it. My mind didn't blow it out too much, and that's why I went to the girls. What do you think? I'm not letting my brain think. What do you think? And that's it. It's like, my brain doesn't have an answer, and if it does, I'll work through it, but that doesn't mean it's the right fucking answer. I saw something really crazy. The tangled webs we weave is what I saw as I see that spider dropping. Alright, so we're in a place of worry. What's the spiritual work at hand? Oh, shit. The Queen of Cups. I've told you all about this week. Well, at least in the last 24 hours. The Master Manifester is the Queen of Cups. The Master Manifester is the Queen of Cups. You want to manifest all great things, you need to get in a Queen of Cups energy, which is this. Oh, there's the goofy Princess of Cups. The Queen of Cups sits between land and water. That's between emotion and reality. Practicality and emotion, balancing both. Like the High Priestess, she's connected to the world of imagination and the unconscious spiritual force that underlies life. But she's able to manifest them into the physical world, bringing the harvest to fruition. My earlier video was that. I'm a life-giving force. I can take things from the other worlds and bring it into this world by nothing more than speaking it. When the Queen of Cups appears in your cards, she calls upon you to demonstrate love, true compassion in order to help others. You must trust your own intuition rather than what others tell you or what logic dictates. Meaning, they're going to tell you what's happening in your life. And you can look out the outside world and it's like, I'm doomed. If you say that, then so shall it be. You have to believe in something better. If you want things to be better, you have to believe in something better. Though you need to emphasize with those in need, be careful not to blur the boundaries and lose yourself in the process. And that's it too. I showed you. I'm learning this. They're just taking to live, but they're not living. They can't live off of you. And they have for so long. Energy harvesters. I see this vampire. I see this vampire woman. It cuts her wrist. I think it's... Is that, yeah, she played that movie, I guess. What's her name? Oh. I can't think of her name. Hold on. She's a singer. She died. Anyways, she played a movie as a vampiress. She cuts her wrist and she's like, here, drink. So that you can live. It's like she shares her blood with those that are hungry. Sometimes the Queen of Cups advises you need to understand... Oh, wait. You need to understand your emotions in response to the present circumstances. Out of this can come great creativity, and you might find inspiration for artistic or literary projects. And that's Russ. He watches all day to hear my stories for inspiration for his literary projects. He literally doesn't have shit until he comes over here and hears me tell a story. The Queen of Cups may be a helpful person in your life. I am a good wife or a mother, warm-hearted friend, healer, counselor, psychic, and spiritual leader. Or perhaps it's just, you might be this person. I am imaginative and artistic, caring and compassionate. I sometimes feel the sorrows of the world too much and become depressed. Because I'm always the nurturer, I often have no one to turn to when I have problems. And that's where I turn to God. I've never had anyone to turn to. So I turn to God. And that's where I'm never failed. People fail. They failed me my whole life. They're failures to themselves, and they're going to fail you. They're not God. They're not perfect. But God is. And He'll never fail you. And that's where it is. You know, I was talking to Diana. Diana says that all of these homeless people, or all of the handicapped people, have gotten together and they're moving out by the 1st. I was like, I guess if you put enough disability checks together, you could get a house. But we know what's happening between all of them, and there's 2 children. And Diana's like, it hurts me, bro. I was like, you don't know who that girl was before this life. She's destined to that life, and God said it. He rounded them up. Misery loves company, bro. Even if they would never give someone like us that child, saying that we could be a better parent to that child. Secondly, we couldn't unprogram her. That's what happens to these foster kids. You can give them a new home, but you can't give them a new mind. You can't take away what they've learned, what they've seen. So they'll never find peace in a new home. They're programmed to their parents. This is the same girl that says, I'm not an engineer, but... You know what I mean? Yeah, we're talking about the girl that's getting molested, apparently by both households, and they're about to all move in together. And we sat back and it's like, you know, we can't save her. All we can do is see ourselves in her and see that she'll make it through like we did. Some of the hardest lessons I'm learning this week is I can't save anybody. That kid is God's child, and God chose this life for that child. It may not make sense to me why that child has suffering, or must suffer. But it's not the first child I cried for, and that's what I told her. I was like, there was one that came here that made me cry real hard. I asked Pac to do something. I asked God to do something. Baby Theodore. It was in my videos a couple months back when I first got here. This tweaker couple showed up. They had a brand new baby within days. And within those days, they had that baby out in the fucking heat without a blanket on the side of the fucking street, bumming fucking money so they could get high. My Holy Spirit said they would take the baby from them. But I looked at that child and I was like, please, why, God? Why does this child have to suffer? Why? Because these bastards, this child has to suffer because these bastards couldn't fucking, you know what I mean, didn't know how to fuck without fucking making a baby. So now this baby must suffer the rest of their lives because these bastards and their fucking misery loved their company. It's your fault your children suffer. I can't take it off of them. You bred these bastards. These bastards are your parents. Go ahead, leave my channel. I don't care. Run from the truth that your kids are fucking materialistic, money-crunching assholes. They're already about sex and pride and fucking and fame and fortune. How they're gonna be big TikToks and they're gonna have an OnlyFans and they're gonna be fucking famous and rich. How you put them in little skirts and you try to make them look grown. You're trying to raise little fucking yous. For your views, bro. Going back to Bobby's kid. How could you do that to that kid? He already looks funny and then you give him a mullet? Just make him look like white trash because his parents are? You couldn't give him a better life? You couldn't give him a fair chance? You had to make him a bullied kid? For your entertainment? Because you think it's cute? You think it's cute for kids to fucking tease him for the rest of his life? He's gonna be a fucking school shooter like that, bro. Because for your entertainment? So you can go around and show pictures to your friends of how cute your kid is? What have you raised? This is a person that was going to be a good person until they in your home. They had every right to be a good person, kind, loving, generous, sharing. No, you're out there telling them to beat kids up. I cried about baby Theodore, bro. I cry about all these kids. I look at you and I look at kids, how bad they're going to suffer being in your house. God put them there to suffer. Why? Because I don't know who these kids were before they were babies. They had a life before this, and their life is destined to this. Why did I suffer? For the lives I lived before. All I can ask is that their suffering has purpose. All of us suffer at the hands of our parents. Protecting our parents from our suffering is bullshit, Russ. Pretending that they didn't fuck up your life and trying to make their life better after what they've done to yours is bullshit. What do they call that? Stockholm syndrome. Of course, the children of a fucking psych patient or a psychology major would have fucking Stockholm syndrome. Queen of Cups reversed can be a woman in your life who's unstable, over-emotional mess. She uses her victim status to manipulate emotional responses from others and is addicted to the drama of this. The feel sorry for me, bitch. She is extremely exhausting to be around as she either lashes out or demands sympathy. At the core of her problem is a deep... as I see this, I can't even see women. I've only seen men exhibit this my whole life. At the core of her problem is a deep sense of self-loathing, which may stem from past trauma, from drugs, food, or alcohol abuse, or simply the awareness that they have wasted their fucking talents and opportunities. They can't be helped until they generally want to change. On page 99. And the negative aspects of these cards, it's like, this is absolutely negative fucking... This is a fucking gross reading. The energy. I'm not worried, and I'm all loving, so this doesn't apply to me. What's the outcome gone? Six of Swords. Sail away from that bullshit, bro. Get the fuck away from this shit, bro. Get the fuck away from it. Get the fuck away from it. Though this is not a joyful card, the Six of Swords indicates moving away from troubles, either physical or mental. You have been through a distressing time and have been feeling unable to do anything about it, but now you can see your way more clearly. There is regret as to move forward, you need to leave something behind. This card can be a literal travel, journeying to a place where you can forget your troubles. It could indicate a holiday or a move to a new location, though you will have to leave behind family and friends. Reverse. This card warns that if you don't turn the boat around, you will be sailing back into troubled waters. I think it's too late. You may hope against hope that the situation will resolve itself and feel powerless against another person. Seek out impartial advice and listen to it. Ultimately, only you can make the change you need. It's, I mean, it's what I pulled out this morning, and I always want to change it. I was like, okay, maybe that was just some morning. Maybe that was just, we were just blowing some fire. So I came back to see if there was something else, but it's not. When are you gonna move on? You're stressing what? The way things are? The way things were? The way things the way you want things to be? You can't do that. You can't make a life out of fear. You're just fearing life. And as we said, things are just things, bro. When your ancestors came to the great America, they didn't have many things at all. A person's worth was never established by the things they carried. They tried to say it was the land they lived on that made them all special. You know what I mean? So that goes back to the natives. It's like what made them special was being part of the land, a special part of the land. And that's where, we were looking at Judaism. What makes it special to them is not the actual book, but being part of the chosen land. So, you're going to have to leave some things behind, and a lot of people, to take this journey, is what this is talking about. And you have to be more caring. This is all about caring. You have to care enough for this to work. You have to care enough about your own happiness, your own self. You have to love yourself more than you love others to make this work. And in essence, it's a martyring thing, you know what I mean? As me as the mother, it can kill me. As any mother that gives all of her love and time and energy to, her home or her children, her job, whatever, it will kill you. Because you just keep giving. And you don't have to be feminine to understand this energy. You're giving everything you have to everybody else's happiness, to make their lives better. And in doing so, you're running out of life yourself. You need to give some of that back to yourself. Ultimately. It's a self-healing journey, and it calls for a lot of self-love, not selfishness, self-sacrifice, self-discipline. But as far as the journey, that Six of Swords, taking that journey, you have to choose. Do you see her sailing with anything else? If I leave here, I'm leaving with nothing but the clothes on my back. Hey, welcome to my prophecy. God told me in the beginning, I'm going to put you in places. There's going to be people there, but they're not going to be able to help you. All you're going to have are the clothes on your back. And you'll have to stay there until the job is done. I never know what the job is until it's done. I'm here. And I have to stay here. These people aren't going to help me. I can't force my way out of here. I am here until the job is done, which is what? The lesson is learned. I have many lessons to learn, and this place is perfect for it. Every single time I step outside, these people remind me, they trigger a past part of me that I can face. So, Jude, talking about her father, brought up all my father issues. Every time I go outside, they talk about their current life, and it reminds me of the life I ran away from, and I can heal it. Naturally, I'm going to tell them how to heal it in their lives, but they're not going to listen. The only one that needs to hear this is me. I'm probably my own biggest fan. I listen to all my videos. Why? Because there's a lot to be heard when you're just, when you're not talking. Listen to yourself. Listen to the messages you're telling others. Listen to the secret, you know what I mean? There's the messages of God, and then there's my true feelings in here as I deliver these messages. My thoughts and feelings are part of this delivery. And that's what I discover is how my ego felt about the message as it was being delivered. When I'm here, you know what I mean, I'm just giving it to you. But I need it too. It's for me too. You know what I mean? These messages make me stronger. I rehear myself. My brain hears the message, hears the programming that I give you. So that's, I'm eating it up too. It's outside of me, and I'm putting it into me. Even though it came from me, I'm putting it back into me. And that's that, you know what I mean? Putting your love back into yourself. Putting your wisdom, putting your energy, putting your creativity, putting yourself back into yourself. Instead of putting all of yourself into someone else. These messages can change everybody, but the point is they're meant to change me. And that's what they do. I sit here delivering them so that I can receive them. Because otherwise it's just information inside of me. It doesn't make sense until it comes out, and it makes perfect sense as to why God was giving me all these messages. And I could show you that it was literally a guide to my daily life. But later in life, you'll see that He guides your life the same way. Not the same details, but the guide is the same. We have the same guide, which is God. As far as your spirit guide, I don't think so. No, I don't think so, dude. I know that they go and talk to Marshall, but that's because they knew Marshall. Pac's not going to just come out of nowhere and come talk to you. Kobe's not going to just come out of nowhere and come talk to you. Can you be in their spirit? Yes. Being in their spirit, will you get messages from them? Yes. I don't own them. I'm just saying, you have your own guides to deliver you messages and be there with you. You know? So, this is a lighter shade, another shade of gray from what we started with earlier because it was pretty dark. So now we're in the little gray area of how you get out of this darkness. And we talked about all of this. You're stressing, creating your future. You're taking the world for granted is what I heard. You're trying to get yours. And now you don't know how to get what you want, so you're stressed out. Are all your wants and needs being fulfilled? Like, do you need something from the world? Do I need to go somewhere? Or I want to? What are you really worried about? Something, the unknown? None of us know. None of us know what our future holds, other than the fact of our purpose of what we're going to do as time goes by. But nobody has full certainty. You're like, I know I'm going to die in this house. That's what you think until the next fucking natural disaster comes by, and now you don't know where you're going to die. You don't know if you're going to live, let alone that you were going to die happily in this home. People had, these government jobs and shit like that. People had a way of life forever, and now they don't know. You're not the only person stressing. I might be the only one not. And that's because I'm not stressing God. I'm not stressing myself. And if I do, and that's where I said, when all this happens, I go up and I yell at God. God, I need answers. I'm upset. I'm angry. I'm hurt. I'm bothered. I'm hot. Fucking, can you fix the weather? I need a Happy Meal. I don't like my fucking clothes right now. I'm feeling ugly. I tell him all my shit. Why? Because he cares. And it don't hurt nobody for us to have a conversation, for me to pour out my fucking woes on him. He'd be like, whoa, bitch. No, he doesn't really care. He'd been listening to me bitch about everything, and that's it. Bitch at me, don't bitch at them. Don't take this out on them. Bring it to me. And that's what he says. Bring your burdens to God. My grandma taught me something before she died. Can I teach you it? She taught me something important, and I used it, and it worked. She's like, when you get to these places with God, you tell God, God, you brought me here, and you promised to take me out. You did this. Now you fix this like you promised. She showed me to hold God accountable. She showed me to hold God to the fire. And I needed that. Because I needed to know that there was something else in charge. You did this. Fix this. You promised you would. You've done it for everyone. You brought me through it. Now bring me out of it. And he will. Even if you don't tell him to. But when you say it out loud, your mind starts to believe things it never believed before. It's important. She helped me to have peace in those times, to realize that I didn't do this all by myself. This isn't all my doing. This isn't my fault. God, you got me here, and I need you to get me out of here. You allowed me to go in here, I need you to get me out of here. Fix this. It's not challenging him, but it kind of is. It's challenging your faith and leaning on those promises. It's putting it out there. And on a whole different note, I have called justice on the divine before, and I watched the whole fucking kingdom of God get into an uproar. God, I call justice on the divine. What? Yeah, I don't think they're doing their jobs. I need justice. I want somebody, which was basically an audit. I want to make sure that every one of these divine members are doing their job. Okay, we'll check it out. Thanks for the heads up. And that was it. It's like, I'm holding you to the fire. And then there was something like where I got mad at Pac and, and Kobe. You did this! Your job was to protect me from this! Oh, they were pretty upset. That wasn't their job. Their job was to stand by while I went through it. They can't stop you. They can guide you away from it, but when you're in there, they can't stop you. But they'll be there to pick you up no matter what happens. You can always tell when you're in the dark night of the soul. It's just you. You against the world. You can feel it. You can feel this coldness. You can feel... I used to get scared of it. It's almost like you can feel you're cut off. Like you're no longer in the clouds. You're out here all alone. It just means that it's your time to shine. It means that everybody in the crowd got quiet and they want to see what you're going to do. It used to be a scary feeling to be cut off. Where are you, Pac? Where is everybody? I don't feel anybody around me. I learned that that's my time to shine. When they're not present, it means that you're front and present. Lots to learn from this. Again, I'm sure I'm offending you. That's okay. What are you gonna do in your defense? Are you gonna fight for your are you gonna fight for your innocence? Or are you just gonna get right? Just get right. You want to prove to everyone you're not what I say you are? In doing so, you're very much going to prove you are. And to whoever's trying to, run game on me, game on, bitch. Game on, bitch. Some great idea to take me down. Where are you going to take me, bro? Take me down to the Paradise City. That's what I said about Marshall. Marshall can't fight me. What's he going to do? Make songs about a homeless girl that's just trying to help him? What can you take from me that I haven't already surrendered to God? All I had left was my car. What can you take from me? What do you want from me that makes you feel powerful? How far do you want me to go for you to say that you're better than me? Do you feel better than me attacking a priestess trying to change the world? Does that make you feel good at night? Yeah, I know. You're crazy. I know you are. I have a lot of sympathy for the crazy people. Why? Because I was crazy. I get it, but you're going to have to deal with that. And again, you need to go talk to one about your thoughts. If you went to a therapist right now and said, I'm picking a fight with a homeless priestess, no, but she's magical. They're not going to think you're very... You know what I mean? That's where it's so funny, is if you were to tell people what you're really doing and who you're really messing with, you would be fucking locked up. You're not me, bro. You can't even utter these words. I can walk into a fucking insane asylum right now and tell them that I'm a transcendental being, that I have outsourced the consciousness and I am fully aware of who I was before I was placed in this body. We can sit down and go through the full spectrum of this, and I'm walking out clear. As soon as you walk in there and they start asking you questions about your relationship to your mother and your father, how you view your life, have you ever felt like you wanted to die? What are your coping mechanisms? Do you have drug and alcohol abuse issues? When they start asking you those real questions, how quick are you going to start lying? When they start asking you the psych-evaluation questions, are you going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Then you're not there for real help. You're really there just for a happy pill. You don't really want people to know how sick you are. You want people to feel sorry for your sickness, but you don't want that. You don't want to actually cure the sickness by telling people the truth. When I knew I was crazy, I went straight to the doctors. I went everywhere. I told everyone, something's wrong with me. I didn't hide it. When I became aware of it, I didn't hide it. It was hidden from me. I wanted people to be aware that I'm dealing with a personality disorder. I shift. My mind takes over. I tend to lose time and space. I made people very aware that there was something wrong with me. I didn't pretend to be perfect. And when it would come out, I thought that they would have compassion because I told them to begin with something was wrong with me. I worked on that. That's what got me here. I knew something was wrong, and I was going to fix myself no matter what. And I had to do it all by myself. I'm what medicine and science can't explain, but I have all the documented video proof that it can be done. without fucking psych pills and weekly pour-outs to a person that doesn't get you. That's what qualifies me as your spiritual healer and teacher. I did all this spiritually. I understand that you're coming from a broken mindset. I understand that you have terrible feelings built up inside of you that are creating madness in your life. You need to understand that. Have some understanding for who you are and what you've been through, and stop pretending to be okay. Nobody's going to have sympathy for you when you pretend that everything's okay. Nobody's going to be able to relate to someone that's perfect, that doesn't have problems. Take the mask down. The dark night of the soul is facing your hurt parts, coming to terms with them, and being brave enough to bring them out, so they don't have to hide in the crevice of your mind and in your stomach anymore. Okay? Hey, I love you guys. I'm sure there'll be plenty more speeches today. I'm going to take a rest, get some lunch, and we'll go from there. Love yous. Laters. Don't be a hater. Bye.